guys, it's your girl Stephanie coming at you with another video. Listen, I know I've been gone for quite some time. Pretty much, I have just, again, been working. I really do hope that you guys like today's background. We are in my bedroom. I've been trying to find my niche as to how I want to do my placements, how I want to do things going forward. I've just been doing a lot of research, trying to find out things for my camera settings and looking into investing into different lenses just to try and deliver the best type of content that I can. For me personally, when I look at other creators, I usually like to see more natural backgrounds, meaning that furniture or a bedroom or something like that versus just a solid backdrop. I will still keep the solid backdrops for certain videos and things like that, but for the most part, mostly just like sit downs and vlog style. So for the most part today, I'm actually going to do a get ready with me and a life update. Oh, and not to address the elephant in the room, yes, I did go blonde. You will see it here in the end results. I did it for the most part. I just kind of curled it a little bit to give it some life. I'm actually due for about a haircut here in just about a couple weeks or so it's not going to look quite as dead. Yes, I did go blonde. It's more of like a honey blonde, which I'm really happy about. I didn't want to go like bleach blonde just because I feel that it wouldn't go really too well with my skin tone. We have been making changes. We have been drinking our water. We have been focusing on self-care for the most part. It's going to be a long one, so I'm going to try and condense it as much as I can. But it is going to be a bit of a long one just because, you know, a lot has happened since my last video other than my hair. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start with my eyes because that's just something I like to start with first. It's the P. Louise Acid Rain. It's a collaboration with Mitchell. So it's in the shade Blank Canvas. So from my last TJ Maxx and Marshalls haul that I did like about a couple months ago, a lot has happened. So I have no longer been working with my PCOS dietitian. Just because I wanted to see how well I would do on my own, and also for financial reasons. I also wanted to take, you know, the tools that I have learned and learn how to apply them for my day-to-day life. Food is still something that I still struggle with. When you are trying to heal years and years and years worth of unhealthy eating habits, you know, it's still something that continues to be a struggle. I did fall off the wagon for a bit when it came down to taking breakfast with me, and sometimes I would have a bad habit of just like not eating at all. And again, since I do work 10-hour shifts, that's a long time to go without eating. So I don't expect to be perfect all the time, honestly, because if I held myself to that kind of standard, I know that I would constantly fail. I've kind of gotten out of that mindset that everything has to be perfect, that kind of all or nothing attitude to an extent, and just to kind of give myself grace rather than be overly self-critical. It's been hard, to say the least. I have been trying to practice, especially when it comes down to my days off, to go ahead and practice you know, meditation. As of right now, if you're not really into like the whole spirituality aspect of it, I do consider myself a very spiritual person, meaning that I do read tarot, I have oracle cards, I believe in crystals, I believe in connecting with nature, I believe in manifestation, and I'm very much into what you put out into the universe is exactly what you're going to get back. So I try to be mindful about that, especially when it comes down to self-talk. I try to have this mindset of I would never say these things to a friend, or somebody that I deeply truly care about. So why am I saying this stuff to myself? So we're doing a lot of like internal healing, trying to work very hard to get out into nature as much as possible, especially with everything going on in the world right now. I feel like everybody's been kind of very tense. Me, as somebody who feels everything, it's been energy draining. It's been absolutely draining, and I've been feeling really not creative. Is this guy here. So it is the Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless, and the colors are absolutely stunning in this entire palette. I also took out a single shadow that I haven't used in quite some time. This is actually the shade that I wanted to use on my wedding day, but they were completely out of stock, and they were out of stock for months. Finally, when they came back in stock at Sephora, I grabbed like 2 of them because the cream foil long wear eyeshadow. So it looks something like this. I haven't used it in quite some time, and to be honest, I haven't really put on makeup in quite some time. So pretty much I have also recently downloaded a book. So I have also been on this journey to just eating a lot more clean, eating a lot more what would be considered high vibrational foods. I've been looking into exactly what is in our food. It was quite disturbing, meaning that a lot of our regulations here within the US, a lot of ingredients such as like additives and preservatives are actually illegal in other countries, but yet they're somehow still allowed here. Anyway, I'm not going to go down into that rabbit hole. Honestly, you can do the research yourself. It's not a physical copy. I don't really have a whole lot of physical copies of books. It's just not something I prefer. I found this person on Instagram, The Food Babe, and I absolutely fell in love with her content. Just making you aware as far as for healthy alternatives where you can pretty much get like the same thing with less junk in your food. You know what I mean? I'm still learning to not love my garbage food. I have learned so much just looking for whole foods. Nothing that has been chemically processed, nothing that has any kind of added toxins when it comes down to like the manufacturing portion of these things. It was a true eye-opener, and honestly I can probably contribute half of my health problems, including my PCOS and any other kind of endocrine disruptors, to a lot of years and years and years of just eating bad food. It's just a matter of just like educating yourself. Not gonna lie, I felt like points where I was like, how could I essentially have done this to myself? But honestly, I just didn't know any better, and a lot of people just don't know any better. Almost in a sense taboo to just eat regular food. You don't need all these colors and dyes. I'll go ahead and link the book and stuff like that, her book, down below, as well as her Instagram handle. It just the coolest thing, but it was frightening and fascinating. If you can, please pick up her book. It will literally open your mind up in so many different ways. And that's all I'm about. I'm all about just, finding out, what's best for you and your health. Because honestly, you know what? Big Pharma is not out there to help you. They're not. No, they are not. I'm sorry, but our healthy people don't make the money. We are also in the midst of building a little makeshift garden in our backyard. Actually going to be buying non-GMO seeds, meaning genetically modified organisms, meaning that these seeds were grown in a lab. I'm not going to be purchasing that. I'm actually going to start growing my own herbs and spices and stuff like that, so that I don't have to go purchase them. I can actually start making my own teas. Yes, it's a lot of work. We live a busy lifestyle. I want to be able to be healthy enough and reverse my high ferritin levels. Can honestly lead to cirrhosis of the liver and liver damage, and I don't feel like I want a liver transplant before I'm 40, because if I don't stop what I'm doing now, that's exactly where I'm headed. So, and I don't want that to happen to me. I also don't want to do that to my loved ones and put them through all that stress and stuff like that just because I wanted a big bag. Eyeshadow palette is absolutely stunning. There are some days where my PCOS has definitely gotten the best of me. Like yesterday, I did something that it's one of those things to where, like, am I happy about it? In a sense, yes, because I did get rid of some things that I've been holding on to for a really long time, and it felt good just to let go. But at the same time, the mentality state that I was in was not a very good one. Meaning that I had purged my closet and got rid of a bunch of clothing that I have not been able to fit into for the last few years. Actually, since I have been diagnosed with PCOS, which is going on almost 3 years ago. Just gotten rid of clothes, and I just came to terms with the fact that, you know what, maybe I am just gonna be this weight for the rest of my life. And I essentially almost like mentally gave up, because basically I said, well, you know what, I should just stop trying, because I'm just gonna gonna be fat forever. I feel like I just kind of felt like, you know, unmotivated, and I also felt like I was in a creative rut, and honestly it's one of those things to where like I'm not trying to sound like I'm like all down in the dumps, but you know what, I feel like everybody just as a whole has just been going through that. I want you guys to get to know me more. I want you guys to really, I also want to get a chance to really connect with you guys as well too, just because, you know, we are growing. Really happy. Thank you to everyone who has newly subscribed. And then also my husband and I recently did a small photo shoot. Really excited about. Honestly, I didn't realize how photo shoots wear you out. Does anybody else get like straight up like chops, sideburns? Because honestly, I have to shave this whole portion right here. Otherwise, like my sideburns, like this is me trimming them. Otherwise, they would grow like down here. So pretty much what I have done is I went ahead and did my liner. I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier powder. And I'm just going to go ahead and just set my face. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of bronzer. Now, my all-time favorite bronzer is the Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil. As you can tell, I am pretty much hitting pan on this very lovely shade. This is in the shade Deep Tan, so it's a very nice matte bronzer. I'm going to go in with my BH Cosmetics 125 brush. It's a little tapered brush, as you can see there, because it's one thing to see it on camera, it's another thing for camera makeup, and it's another thing for real life makeup, because honestly the same techniques that you would normally see that are made online look completely different in real life. So I'm going to do a little bit of blush. This is the Saharan Blush Volume 2. So I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this one time and time again. So I am going to combine these two right here. So dip in a little bit to each one. Going in with my favorite nude, which is the Anastasia in the shade Hudson. I'm going to set it with my Urban Decay All-Nighter. So this is today's look. I really do hope that you guys love it. So again, today's look is brought to you by the Makeup Revolution palette, and this is the Forever Flawless. Honestly, this was an awesome palette. Every single shadow other than the KVD Vegan Beauty little single foil shadow was from this palette. So honestly, the colors blended absolutely amazing. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed like the makeup process, a little chit chat, get ready with me. Yeah, so that's kind of just where things are at. I'm still looking to improve myself every single day, and as well as I feel everybody should. Other than that, I will go ahead and see you guys in the next video. Bye!